if you listen to 1 hour of reading material every single day, in 1 year, it is equivalent to a master's degree. And so one day, I remember this vividly. I should actually probably share this with the girl. She lives here in Austin, and we're both from Rhode Island. And she really took off in college with her personal brand, and she had a podcast at the time. And she was talking about personal development and a book that she read that helped her. And Will, I felt so rock bottom. And it's one of those moments where I was like, I don't know what else to do. I will do anything. So I decided to listen to this book that she recommended. And I bought my first book on Amazon because I was someone who went through school and memorized all the books. And I was like, I don't want to read because I was reading the wrong stuff. I never enjoyed what I read. And growing up, my parents always had my sister and I read. They're like, well, if you want to watch 30 minutes of TV, you need to read for 30 minutes. And so you bet your bottom. There were some days I read for 5 hours so I could watch my Hannah Montana. There were so many little games I played. But again, I wasn't reading for enjoyment. It was because I wanted the outcome on the other side. So this was literally just like, I guess, similar where I wanted an outcome on the other side, but I just didn't know what I was seeking. So I started reading that first book, and that first book cracked me open. It was The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. Mm-hmm. Oh my, have you read it? Great book. Great book. I recommend it to everyone. I gift it to so many people. But after that, I was so curious. That first year, I was 23 years old. I think I read over 50 personal development books. I was just hungry. And then as soon as that portal opened, I was like, okay, what else do I have to learn? Who am I? Unwinding all these patterns, unlearning all these things, relearning all. And then I started to find my own frequency and my own like happy medium and alignment in terms of what I believed, who I was. But in between all of that, I was trying so many different things. I was showing up more online and sharing more of my story. This is when I started leaning into more of my entrepreneurship, and anything I was curious about or interested in, I would try throughout my job. It would be my 5 to 9 after my 9 to 5 because I was in the middle of nowhere. There was nothing to do except I woke up, I went to the gym, I went to work, but to and from work every single day, I would listen to my Audible, and it was 30 minutes each way. And if you listen to 1 hour of reading material every single day, in 1 year, it is equivalent to a master's degree. So every day I listened to an hour worth of Audibles, and I read so many books, and I definitely feel like I got a master's degree in personal development. And yeah, from there, I just kept getting more and more curious, and I started purchasing courses. And, now I've invested over like $150,000 in myself in terms of courses, coaching, resources, tools, retreats, all that kind of stuff, just to lean in. And once you start going into that space, I mean, it's a door that is closed. Like you can never go back to your other default mode. So I'm really grateful for it.
What would your advice be to someone who has not dipped their toe in that?
I would just say start with one. Just start with one. I would recommend starting with The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy, Atomic Habits by James Clear, The One Thing by Gary Keller, Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod, or one of my favorites as of recently. This one's a little bit more like masculine, feminine energies, but especially for men, Keys to the Kingdom by Allison Armstrong. That one's a little bit more of an understanding about, yourself or the masculine and the feminine in a sense. But the other ones are more so like personal development, understanding why you do what you do, how you're wired. And also it leaves enough space for you to start to align with your own truth versus taking on other identities from other people.
Did that help you end up leaving that job component of it?
That was a big component of it. So I signed a year contract, and I knew that I, pretty quickly that I didn't want to continue. It just wasn't in my highest alignment, which is fine. But I knew there was a lot that I had to learn during that time. So the personal development that I took on while in that job allowed me to be an even better person during that time at that job. And I knew that the year contract was what it was, but also being in personal development, I actually stayed for 14 months instead of 12 because I was like, okay, is this a reaction where I just want to get out right away? Or what does this look like? So I was able to understand my actions more, and personal development definitely grounded me in that.